Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Alright, it's the first live stream with a new setup, so things are going to be probably a skosh wonky. We're going to try and see how they go. A couple things. Number one, seems like I'm getting some crackling from the 3.5mm that I got coming out of the Xbox controller over to the mixer, so we'll try and keep that quieted down. And then I'm working with a Blue Snowball tonight, which is a mic that I haven't had. I just got a hold of one just to kind of play around with an entry-level mic. and it is not very loud, so I may have to mess around with the audio mix balance. Hey, if you haven't been here before, my name is Game Logic. Welcome to the live stream. I am one of the co-hosts on the Enough to Keep Going weekly games podcast on the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube, as well as a video logger over on the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube. Tonight, we're going to be getting things a little bit sweaty, playing some F1 2021 on the Xbox. So, without much further ado, let's get started. Second crack one's going to drive me nuts. It's because I shifted, I changed the cable that I normally use here. So we're going to try and assume a posture where it is not as much of an issue. So I think I am in... Oh, I finished the practice session? So which practice session am I in? That's the question. Oh, this is practice session 2. But I already ran the... I believe I already ran the practice program here. Yeah, I already ran the race strategy program. So... I tried to advance to practice it. What the... What is going on here? I don't want to go to the track. So 28 minutes remaining. It's like it's not letting me advance. That's really weird. Guess I could accelerate time. So it's giving me the skip 2 option. Or maybe this is practice 3. Okay, so I can't skip to qualify. So I guess I must have run all the practice sessions. So it looks like I came in 21st there. I wish I could get back to my telemetry for the first practice session. No, it hasn't recorded a time for practice session 2, which is just weird because it's given me credit for having completed 2 programs, but I've definitely only run 1 program per practice session. So I ran 1 and I ran 2. And this happened because I tried to midpoint save the thing. It's driving me nuts. So my problem is I don't really know where I am in the pack off my practice session time. I'm just going to go ahead and go with this max downforce. I don't know. I don't know why it won't let me get to the other practice session.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top 3, who are Hamilton, Verstappen, and Valtteri Bottas. And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend in Formula 1.
So yeah, so it's giving me all the improvements that I'd scheduled in the R&D shop. So I don't really know what it's got issue with. Just qualifying at Bahrain. So look, if the engine noise drowns me out, I will have to make that adjustment after I take a clip. I just don't know right now how my voice on this mic will compare to the in-game noise. Okay, so I'm on that. I'm on the softs. It's supposed to be good weather, I believe, this whole race weekend. And this is my first time playing through this, so I have not tweaked any of the settings and assists. I just took whatever the defaults were, which is something I've been trying to teach myself to do with these Formula One games. I think what I've been doing is cranking up the difficulty right off the bat and then getting disappointed very quickly. There's Hamilton. So whatever assists I have on have DRS kicking on automatically. Which is just weird. It's like, it took me a while. Oh, no, 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 no! Stink. Alright, can I restart that? Yes, I can. Alright. Hey, so now since we've got some footage, let's just go ahead and take a clip. That actually worked. My Stream Deck automation, that is. Let me go check this clip out and see if it's captured, how my audio mix is right now. Okay, it looks like the audio mix balance is pretty good where it is, so we're going to try and play this. A little bit closer to the screen than I would prefer if I'm trying to put the controller up on this desk and hold it steady so I don't get that crackling. So I've been playing F1 2019 on the PC. Which kind of has standard first track of the race at Melbourne. there I do have the difficulty cranked up a little, and I did much better in that race. Right now, the settings on this are way arcadey. But I've just come to think, because I believe I've been playing every iteration of this for quite some time. I buy it every year. And so there's no pride in too easy of a win, but there's a threshold somewhere in here where my skill tops out. And I don't want to make it that difficult on myself. Yes.
Fantastic. You've got pole.
Super qualifying. So, but like I said, we'll just leave it here for the start until I start getting a little acclimated to this, and then we'll go in and start trying to figure out how to crank up the difficulty. Yeah, this is so weird. With the
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top three. Ahmed, Verstappen, and Valtteri Bottas. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main
and all the
event.
microtransactions and the season pass like stuff that they have in here now.
Tomorrow, so make sure you join us.
Codemasters was heading down that path even before they were bought by EA, but now it's just like full on. It's like a stinking Call of Duty season pass in this thing now.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. Looks like you had a great qualifying session. It must be a relief being that far up the grid. It looks like you've really been focusing on research and development this season. Appreciate your time.
Chivo! Oh, why is he... maybe because I hired a more experienced driver. It's like I pulled and placed ahead of him, so I don't understand why he's gaining more experience from.
All right. I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
So this makes it look like I skipped practice session 2 and 3, but I did not skip practice session 2. It's a little aggravating. So nothing too earth-shattering in here. Weather forecast is clear, but it is a nighttime race. Yeah, here we go. Here's the intel. Yeah, it's the crackback turn that gets me every time in here. That's like a 135-degree turn. And I don't think I'm good enough to be trail braking in this thing just yet. Okay. Everything else seems as expected. What's the menu? How do I get to the race weekend? Oh, here we go. Advance. That's weird too. It's what the heck is that? 5 laps. Not gonna mess with assists yet. Just difficulty of the AI. Not gonna mess with that. I didn't think there was anything in graphics that was... So this should be where the laps should be longer than 5. Why does it have a... Parc Ferme rules. Where is the lap length? it's set to amateur. Like I said, we're just going to let it go for now. I'm not going to get obsessive about that, Reese. What the heck? So now my concern is okay, I think it was on standard, so we're going to leave it there for now. Where is the lap length? That's the thing that's bugging the heck out of me. Facility management, R&D management. Career settings. This is really bugging me because when I was playing 2019 on PC, I was able to set it to like 15 laps in the race. Okay. This is really bugging me. How the heck? Maybe... I don't know, what field it gets added. So weather and time of day gets added. Let's see, now that I've put it on expert, how many, it's still set for 5 laps. Like, that's... Yeah, I'm going to have to take a minute to look that up, because that is not acceptable. Set it back to standard race style first before we do that. What in the heck? Let's see, how do you add more laps to the race in form? Hold on. F1 2021 career mode. You can only change in the options menu in between race weekends. I normally do 50%, but turned it down to 25 for Monaco in 2019, but got stuck doing Monaco at 50 in 2020. I'm going to practice one of the laps change. Stink. Okay. Oh, there you go. That's why we do what we do, so we can learn these things. All right. So roger that. No way to change it. It has to be changed at the beginning of the race weekend. So we'll just go ahead and do our 5 laps and get out of Bahrain.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. We'll be racing around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit today. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left down into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice, and they've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Ahmed lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Bottas, Perez, Lewis Hamilton and Leclerc, Vettel, Norris, Ricciardo and Lance Stroll, Sainz, Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso and Gasly, Ocon, Mick Schumacher, Kimi Raikkonen and George Russell, Giovinazzi, Samaya, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
Pole position. Let's go for the win.
Alright, I think I'm good to go. This camera setup messes me up because because the back of this blasted monitor is angled. Nope. Just gonna leave it there. Alright, hopefully that'll be good enough. We're probably gonna get a little snap crackle pop here. Alright. Let's go and run it. So probably have to say these oh stick. Pay attention to the track. At this difficulty, I'm probably going to blow this thing out. So, I guess in that way it's good that it's only a 5-lap race. And then maybe we'll start trying to figure out how to crank up the difficulty and set the race length longer. I will say I am okay with this being the beginning of the season and me keeping on the default settings. And this only being a 5-lap race, because Bahrain is a technically challenging. Oh! We're stopping? Bahrain is a much more technically challenging race than Melbourne. Did I get damaged then? Doesn't look like I got any damage, so not gonna be too mad about it. Yeah, we're still good. I'm gonna have to come off my ERS deployment. Let's see. Verstappen, my booty. That's a little exceeding the track limits there. So if the judge don't call me out on that. I think rule enforcement is set low enough that it's not gonna call me out on it. I need to figure out how to get deeper in on the brakes here. I think the brake assist is turned on. Steering assist is off, but brake assist is turned on. That's causing, I think the brakes are a lot more. I think where I need to brake on that warning line is much later with the brake assist turned on. I'm gonna start going into the corner a little, yeah. 'Cause I'm used to having to brake a lot sooner. No. Hey there, Loki. How you doing, man? Done my vid. I've already told you I was trying to do it. Yes, you told me you were trying to film one on your 360 camera. Is that the same one that you're talking about?
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
I'm on him now. Blown the rest of the pack away, but this is going to be a bit of a race. I did get a little trail braking in on that corner. Yeah, it was a regular camera. And a YouTube video. Very good. Very cool. What was your video about? Oh. Ah!
Brilliant. Nice move.
Yeah, I may have to trail brake a lot more to keep my speed up in the turn to stay ahead of Verstappen.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Now this is gonna make things a good bit more challenging. Do I have rear views? Well, that's aggravating because there's no point in going inside the cockpit once I had my rear view mirrors. That was the whole point. Okay. Okay. They're really low. I don't really like this above the helmet view. Maybe something I may be able to tweak in the graphics settings. On PC you usually can. You can usually put it. That turn is just off speed and it is messing up my timing. Actually more than turn 10 is. Down on time in the first and second sector. This one was about what I think wholesaling is in real estate. And some BS. Well, were you happy with the video, Loki?
This is your final lap of the race.
I'll break him here. No! I would like to drive in this in-cockpit view, but I need to be able to see this guy. Here we go. We're getting a better feel for the track now. I'm gonna get up a little more speed. I don't see where Verstappen is though. There he is. And actually, I thought I was going to blow the rest of the pack away. They've actually caught up while I've been dorking around with him. And that's the best I think in that corner. So it actually feels more intuitive being inside the cockpit. No, 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 no! Of course, it's not like the other vids on YouTube, but it's what I can do. Were the other real estate vids, or just videos in general? And when you say it's... Are you saying it's what you can do because it's...
That's a race win. You've really been great today.
Are you talking about that from like a creative perspective? Like, why is Pierre Gasly driver of the day?
A fantastic team effort then to secure victory here in the desert.
Because my personal feeling is I post my videos to YouTube as well, and I know that they're not
it was down to the driver
what everybody else does, but...
I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid...
Like, I tend to not watch other people's videos on YouTube, and so the videos that I make
of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed
They're not
today.
great, because I don't put a ton of effort into them, but... Like,
Here comes
your
top three.
There's some
making their way
prescribed
down
rules
to the
for
podium
YouTube that I
for
don't
what can only be
necessarily believe in or buy
as a
into.
fantastic day for Formula One.
You know, unless you're specifically trying to make money on YouTube, but I'm not trying to make money on YouTube, so I therefore do what I want to do creatively, and I don't worry about kind of what those other norms are. You know, like the whole thing about like your video needs to be like X number of minutes. Like I don't care. Look, if somebody's not an adult enough to hit, you know, fast forward or whatever, clip through like sections of my videos, then I'm like, whatever. And when in the past, when I used to do my technical videos or my review videos, the whole point of those videos is to give people who are interested in that level of detail a very deep level of detail.
Takes
so
over the lead of the Drivers'
they
Championship.
were long
so
and wordy and very detailed.
The
But they gave somebody
Davidson,
all of the
who would
information
you
they
rank
needed,
as your
not like
driver
the
of the
little
day?
pieces of
I'll probably
information
go for Pierre Gasly.
you get
The team
on
did a good
other
job with the
YouTube
strategy
videos.
to put him in
I
amongst
don't know the
the
length,
pack,
but I don't want to go
it's
over
the
10
driver's
minutes.
job to capitalise
Very
on those
cool.
opportunities, and he did so with a lot of skill.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's move on to the constructors. Red Bull take over as championship leaders. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Okay, wait. So if Red Bull took over the lead, then why can't I scroll the leaderboard? Yeah, okay. Now I can. Alright. So my teammate came in 20th. Verstappen and Perez came in. So where did Sainz come in? Came in at 11th.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. You took the top points today. Was it a comfortable win? You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled. Appreciate your time.
Lots of Chivos. Pop, 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 pop. Money. So I got 10K taken away because Verstappen bumped into me. That is a mess. It's alright, though. Earned nearly a cool million from the weekend, so it's all good. So what else you been up to, Loki? Okay. This stuff still confuses me. So I gotta figure it out. Okay, so my next race... Season break. It's like there's nothing going on. Alright, we'll do a podium celebration party. That costs money. Sponsor fundraiser, that also costs money. Sponsor advertisement. I guess that's my sponsor's advertising for me, so I actually get money out of it. And the team gets money? So Loki says, nothing, still need to get skills to find another job. Tenant is not paying me. More things wrong with my place to fix. Addition is still in the works with all that backorder BS stuff. There's a lot going on, man. Sorry to hear that it's not going as well. So what are you thinking about doing for training to find a new job? Free co-camp and see what's up. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Do you know what do you know what programming languages you're doing? No new messages. So I don't know. Oh, you have to tell it to advance. Okay. Next round is going to be the Spanish Grand Prix on the 6th of May. Let's get my R&D sorted out. Can I... Okay, so I can't upgrade any of them because it costs too much. So that's alright, we'll keep banking cash. So we can do something about that. Whoa, what do you mean park field drag reduction? Great. I have to have a talk with the aerodynamics department. You're all messing stuff up. Okay, let's give the durability department a go. I'm not as enamored with the layout here. I preferred the grid where you could see all of the R&D tracks at once, like they had last year and the previous years. So this is a little bothersome. Okay, so I can go ahead and do the improved materials on the gearbox. And it should be ready in time for the Spanish Grand Prix. Okay, so that's been selected. So like it says, now just whatever, mostly learn how to interview. Okay. So you already know some programming languages then? So you don't actually need the code camp, or are you just going for like mentorship on how to land a job in a developer interview? Alright. Let's see what we should work on in the chassis. I need the code camp due to not having up-to-date systems. Okay, gotcha. So do weight reduction. I'm guessing that these high percentage chance of failures are because I haven't upgraded the facilities, which I can't do until you've earned millions of dollars. So I guess that'll just be what it is. Work on durability again. Okay, so general wear, that's completed, but I thought it said that part failed. And this general wear is not available. Nor is that, okay. Nor is that. Yeah, we'll try error. Yeah, I got you. Development upgrades above has failed. Review the upgrade to attempt. Okay, so you can attempt the development again. I don't know if I'm going to do that. So those have both been completed. Requires facility spec 1, so I can't do that yet. Insufficient points. Can I try that again, or do I need to... Huh. So it looks like if it fails once, then I guess you have learning curve, so you can't fail it again. Not clear how much it costs. Is it already... or $275? Okay. Okay. And there are probably no other upgrades that cost that little. Yeah, everything else is up in the 500s, so probably done all the R&D we can until the season break. But I know that BSing through interviews do well. Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting what your interview is like for if you're going for a developer job. And a lot of developer jobs will sometimes make you take a test, an assessment test beforehand. So. Okay, let's see. Alright, so we're on the vehicle parts. Looks fine. I don't know what the heck that is. I don't know what these world points are. think I'm all good there. I think I just need to go ahead and advance my time.
It looks like you've had a meeting request from one of our departments. As the boss, departments will often reach out to you for advice on how to handle the various ongoings of your team. These events can range from everything from organising charity events to dealing with driver matters. How you decide to handle these will have an impact not only on our resources, but how the press perceives us. The personnel department has asked us to deal with this. We have a couple of options here. Take your time. What you decide to do will have consequences.
So I guess they're talking about the they're talking about the second driver. So we will have them focus on awareness.
The department wants me to pass on their thanks for helping out.
This game gets really intricate in between races. A heck of a lot more than it used to. Okay, so I guess it paused the clock while I was going through all that.
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
So race for a while. We'll be closing down the team HQ until the next race weekend. Sure. Everybody go on vacation. So it's still in... Oh, the season break was... I still have activities planned, so I guess I just hit the clock again? Jeez.
Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Okay. Let's just go to the next race weekend. Yeah, owning a team has a lot of stuff. Okay, so hopefully I can take... Okay, so we're going to Barcelona. Some of the workers didn't pass quality control. Okay, so we knew about the drag reduction failing. Or did it fail a second time? Weight reduction came through and the improved gearbox came through. I'm going to be really bothered if the aerodynamic package failed a second time. No, it completed the second time. So that must have been the... telling me about the failure last time. Okay. Okay. So now we gotta figure out where to change this other stuff. Power unit, gearbox, weekend tire allocation. Okay, this is going to really bother me if I advance past this part and can't adjust those. Oh, there we go, settings. So let's start cranking up a little bit of the difficulty. We won't adjust the presets. The steering assist is already off. Let's go ahead and turn off the Or reduce the braking assist. Let's leave that as the only tweak this time. Because I'm bad about, like, increasing, like, 10 different difficulty settings all at once and then not being able to figure out where I've tweaked it too far. So we're going to leave that alone. What I do need to figure out, though, is where... So there's nothing here that allows me to turn the mirrors on and off. Oh, maybe it's here. On-screen display, cockpit view, miles per hour, temperature units, sorry, not European. Track map, colorblind mode, virtual, yeah, great Scott, there we go. That needs to be turned on. Okay, I think we got those things down now. Not seeing where to change the laps yet. Controls, vibration, and force feedback. With other devices on your network. This is ridiculous. Should be right. See, qualifying. No, it's set to, no. No, but I do want to. This is really bothersome. That race is still set to 5 laps. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Well, I don't want to race 66. Okay. 17 laps is fine. Great, Scott. Like, could you put that in a more intuitive place? Like, there's nothing that tells you there that session length is connected to the length of laps in the race. And now that I see it and think through it, it's a little more obvious, but I would prefer, from a UI perspective, I would have preferred that session length option field. First of all, I would prefer that it were presented more clearly, that you could tab into that and adjust those options, and I would prefer it to have been closer to the race box down here so that you could see that they were connected somehow. It's really aggravating. Alright, let's go to the next session. Yeah, we'll just go to the track. I'm probably not as familiar with this formula track as I am with some of the other ones. I've probably spent more time racing at Catalunya, but it's just not a memorable track. Bahrain sticks out of my head because it's such a pain in the butt. Alright, let's,
They told you about the new parts that have come in from the factory? Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick.
Let's go with the max downforce preset for now, although I'm pretty sure that's not what I want to run on the race, but I do want to try it out at the practice session. So it's a dry day today. Let's run the track acclimatization program. Why are we on the... Oh, just for conserving tires. Well, when is your code camp supposed to be, Loki?
Okay, your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Best of luck out there.
That's true. Like, I don't remember getting... Maybe I did. Certainly don't remember getting 5 blips on the stoplight chart to let me know that I was being given control. Okay, DRS is still automatic. I almost didn't even see the gate. Now, the way these gates work, I think you get credit. I don't think you have to hit them exactly. Nope, I take that back. This is the weird, wonky thing where I was paying attention to the gate, not to the track. Where they sometimes give you credit for hitting these things, even though you don't hit them full on. But then other ones, they like don't.
DRS zone is coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
I don't need to open it. DRS is automatic. I took that too wide. Now, it could be maybe the reason I don't hit these is because there's a speed requirement too. That's probably what it is. Those are high curbs.
Seems like we're a bit slow in these corners. What? Turn 1, turn 3, turn 4, turn 7, turn 9, turn 10, turn 11, turn 14.
Those are the gates that I missed. I have to try and pick up the pace for some of those. Really pushing the car now. Can't believe I was up at a high enough speed for that gate. Or that one. So under braking, I fell below the speed requirement for that gate. Well, that's one thing. The gates force you to think about keeping your... You're watching the gates, not the track. Man. So I think I hit more gates.
Final lap. This is the final lap of the program.
I think I triggered more gates than I had, but still missed a few. Seems like to hit some of these you have to be at the yellow on the racing line, which is discomforting. I tried to hold my speed up so I could get that gate, but I couldn't make the turn. Almost missed that one too. It fell below the speed. The speed you have to keep up through some of these turns is Rudolph. Yeah, and so to hit that one, I kept my speed up outside the braking zone. couldn't make the turn. Just I have to accept that the last lap was probably my best, and that's as good as it's gonna get.
Practice program over. That's all we need for now. Return to the garage pronto.
Yay. First gear turn right there. How you doing tonight? Good. Is that malleable or malleable? I can't, the screen's a little bit too small. I think that's malleable. I'm doing good, man. How are you? Are you a big Formula 1 fan? You must be, because you're telling me what gears I need to be in and what turns. First one, malleable. Okay. Very pleased to meet you. Alright, so we'll go ahead and advance to the next session. Put me in at 6th amongst the pack. Yep, I've been F1ing for a long time. Very cool, very cool. Do you buy each iteration each year? Since console, PlayStation 3. Wow. Yeah, I don't know when I started, but I just know that when I go back and look at
the session has drawn to a close, so
my
let's
Steam
review
library
our top
that
three. Hamilton,
I did by
Perez,
19. Okay.
and Max Verstappen. And that's it. Practice is officially over. Until next time, goodbye.
Yeah, I think I've bought every version since like 2015, and I'm sure that there were probably some earlier ones as well. Although, but I haven't. I'm still a pretty casual player in any game that I play. I tried it, but 2020 was about to release. Okay, very cool. Thanks very much for swinging by. I refunded 15, I think. Yeah, some of those ones, I want to say right around that 2015 mark, or maybe some of the ones between 2010 and 2015 were pretty brutal for me from a learning curve perspective. Alright, so now we're going to try the max top speed setup. And we're going to run the tire management program, which I never do well at. Other than that, I love this game. Very cool, man. Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. I just pulled down, holy cow. I feel like, okay, it's going to be the red lips. I thought it had given me control already.
This test is all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
Stink. Where is... Oh, it hasn't been to me yet. Okay. Hold on, Malibu. I know you're trying to tell me something.
Distance is vital in Formula 1, so being able to manage tyres and reduce tyre wear is a useful skill.
American Truck Simulator makes me fall asleep. Need for Speed runs CPU at 100% for no reason. Ha!
While earning resource points for development of your car.
Yeah, so I just bought Hot Pursuit Remastered. Alright, I'm finally running a tire management program halfway decently. And maybe because of the assists that are turned on. It may just be because it's Catalonia, maybe that definitely not as brutal on tires as Bahrain is. I think the temperature's pretty decent today too. Oh, nope. I'm running under time now. Okay, we're back up in the sector. Catch up with the chat here. It's all good. I will be here. Have you tried a wheel for this? Yes. So I'm playing on Xbox tonight. So no, not on Xbox. On PC, I usually play with a wheel and pedals. I had a Thrustmaster Ferrari Italia 458 Special Edition, I think, that finally kind of gave up the ghost last year. And I have since bought a Thrustmaster TRS 300, I think it is. But I just have not squirreled away enough time to get that out of the box and test it. It's been the type of wheel that I've wanted.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
Because it's a Thrustmaster type that has the servo motor, and then it has the wheel attachment as a separate piece. And I've always wanted that because I play Formula 1, I play regular racing games, and then I play rally games. And I always wanted that type of setup so that I can buy separate wheels. But I haven't played a ton of racing games this year, as opposed to, you know, how much time with racing games I spend normally. But I'm starting to get them back into kind of my routine now. So, yeah, Samaya did much better. I would like to get a Fantech. Yeah, I've seen those. They're interesting that they tend to be less expensive than some of the other
And with all the cars now
wheel
over the
setups.
line, let's see our top three again. Hamilton, Bottas, and Sergio Perez. What an incredible practice session. The fun doesn't stop here, though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
You fell way off. But Fantech they're the official wheel of some. I think they're the official wheel. So I bought WRC 9, I think it is, FIA World Rally Championship last year, and I think Fantech is the official wheel of that gaming franchise now. So, and I think they have some more expensive wheel and pedal sets, but I also think that they have some that are, you know, much more reasonably priced. I mean, Thrustmasters are really nice, but they are like redonkulously expensive. Like, they're not as expensive as their flight control system, the Warthog, which I really like, but I've just never felt able to justify the expense for that. I just don't play flight sims enough. Alright, so we're going into practice session 3. I think I preferred the max top speed setup, which makes sense at Catalunya because of the long straights. So I'm going to leave it on that, and I'm going to run the, I guess I'll run the race strategy program. I have the oh wow, nice, but I don't like that it doesn't have a Z-axis. I bought that 6 years ago. Okay, very cool. Yeah, and it's so on flight 6 that have a Z-axis, I'm okay with them.
Okay, we need a few solid laps here to help us calculate a good race strategy.
But I tend to use the SciTech, or now the Logitech G ones that allow you to lock the Z-axis, because when I'm playing like a real-world flight sim, I don't want that Z-axis turned on. If I'm playing something like Descent 3, or I guess, what is it called, Overload, the spiritual successor to Descent 3, then I do want that Z-axis. Ooh, no, way too deep there. But yeah, on PC, I normally play with wheel and pedals. but on console I tend to, with consoles I hate the fact that like every generation they want you to buy a new wheel and pedal, so even though the one that I get for PC, the one I got for PC this time is also compatible with PlayStation. Normally, the ones I buy are probably ones that are compatible with PC and Xbox, but I never actually use it on the console, because I just never want to get acclimated to something like that I'm going to have to constantly rebuy each generation, so. But, because I have permanently moved my Xbox Series S over to a desk workstation. It's no longer kind of in my TV entertainment cabinet. Because that's always been the problem, really, is that,
That lap was no good. We need you to improve on that.
Of course, I don't have any place where I can clamp the wheel base. I'm going to try trail braking a little more and maybe maintain some of my speed through these corners better. So I can hit the time target. Don't know if that corner worked out as well. That corner was not great either. But yeah, I just tend not to use the wheel and pedals on console. Although this time, like I said, since I moved my Series S to the desk, and I'm looking forward to Forza, I will probably go ahead and buy an Xbox-specific wheel and pedals, a lower-end one. Chicanes are eating my lunch. See if I come in under time here.
Okay,
Yay!
super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Guys pitting. No! Oh, and I got hit. 5 place grid. This is the thing that drives me nuts, is the rule enforcement in this game. Always blames you. My fault for pushing it too hard and allowing the spin, I guess. I was just enamored after hitting the time target on that last lap, and I was like, I'm going to push it for this lap. Very surprised that the car is actually holding together. So what flight games do you play that you use the Warthog with? No.
Okay, you weren't quite good enough that lap. Try again.
Seriously? I think you guys should just come back to the garage. I'm off. I'm back all the time. So it doesn't look like that's the damage modeling is just turned down too low. It's just supposed to be reduced. It wasn't supposed to be 0. Doesn't look like I took any damage though in that collision with Hamilton. that turned too wide and hot and really had to cut down on the speed. See if it makes it.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
Yeah, you really have to let it rip here at Catalunya to make time. It's a long sweeping corner. It's not too tight, except when you get down into the chicanes and this one crackback turn here. I just don't have the confidence in some of these sections of the track to keep my foot down through some of these long sweeping turns like they're expecting you to. Running in. Is my engine running hot? Or are you saying coming into some of the corners too hot?
Alright, that's the program complete. This is some decent data, although far from optimal. It could still be worth running again.
Alright, let's take it back to... catch up with the chat here. I think the Warthog stick is way too big and heavy. Okay, have you tried any of the Cytec or Logitech G sticks? Console is a money pit. Yeah. G920 wheel is a good wheel. Yeah, and I know a lot of people use the Logitech. In fact, I think far more people use the Logitech G wheels, the 920, and I think the 929 is the other one. Not enough gas. Not anymore, but I used to be a full-time helipilot on Arma 3. Okay, very cool. Wow. Your Microsoft Flight Simulator is poorly optimized. Have you played that on PC? Were you seeing that? Is your left side tire pressure low? Yep, I had an X52 Cytec stick. Okay. I think, is that there's so many of that X50 series, and I had an X46 back in the day. I think it's still in the utility room, because I've never taken it to Best Buy to get it recycled. But yeah, I think I had an X56, which was more of kind of, I think the like gray and blue kind of futuristic one. And I think that one failed, and I think what I have now is the X52, which I think is like the black and gray. Like I said, there are so many of those X50, just read reviews on Steam. Okay, alright. Okay, what does this thing do? Okay. So I can go ahead and skip to qualifying. Yes, yeah. Yeah, well, and actually, I think Cytec was originally bought out by Mad Cats, and then Logitech bought out
It's time
Mad
to
Cats,
remind ourselves of our top three,
gave them Cytec
who
as
are
well.
Bottas, Verstappen and Sergio Perez. And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula One.
So very cool. Have you played? Have you played any other flight sims besides Arma? So that's pretty awesome. I didn't realize that Arma would let you use additional peripherals like that. I played World of Warplanes for a while, hoping that it would be compatible with flight control systems, but it kind of works, but it has like a host of like dropouts, and then when the thing drops out, like you never get it back. So I used to play Microsoft Flight Simulator X for a long time. Okay, very cool. And then what kind of pilot were you in Microsoft Flight Simulator? So were you a heavy, or did you fly most of like the smaller Cub kind of craft? Oh, 747. All right. I think I'm going to do this qualifying lap and then take a break. All right, we're sticking with the max top speed setup. I would probably do better with the increase, or maybe even the balance, but we're going to go ahead and leave it with that setup. So I used to play with a group called It's Tougher in Alaska. We would land with 100 mile per hour crosswinds. Nice. So, how about Falcon 4.0? Did you ever play that game? What map? Looks like, yes, it is. This is Catalunya. Too arcadey. Falcon 4.0 was too arcadey? Okay, I think that's where I spun out last time. Rah. Botas. Yeah, I think this is my problem with this setup. And the way the aerodynamics are tuned. I am not doing well in this handful of really tight corners that there are at Bahrain. There aren't a lot, but yeah, the 2 or 3 that there are, that's where I'm just completely dropping out of being competitive in qualifying, and I'm not making sufficient time up on the long straights. Particularly through these high curves here. Yeah, that was not a good qualifying lap. I just broke a record on them yesterday. Ah, nice! Lower your stick sensitivity might help. Yeah, it might. I'm going to keep it where it is for right now.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Bottas, Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Well, hopefully I can make it up in the race. Won't be getting any resource points for that performance, though.
Bad luck today. That must be incredibly disappointing. How's your grid penalty going to affect your strategy going into the race? Why do you think you weren't as quick as your teammate today?
Oh my gosh.
Not a great day for your teammate today. What do you think went wrong? Appreciate your time.
For sure. Just notice when you come out of a turn, it is a little darty from the rebound. Yeah, no, yeah. And I tend to, and so I am playing with the Elite Controller V2. I tend to keep the sticks very tight. So that combined with, as you were mentioning, needing to adjust the sensitivity. Awesome. So the game asked you, why were you slacking? Right. Why do you suck?
So, unfortunately, we've picked up some grid penalties, and we'll be starting further back than you expect. As for how bad it is, that'll depend on what the other drivers get.
Okay, at least we have dry conditions in daytime. What's your streaming schedule? So any other time you would have asked me that, Malibu, I would have given you a very structured answer, because that's normally the kind of person I am. But with the job that I have now, I'm not able to be as consistent. It is pretty random. I will say when I am on, I do try and make that. Generally, I get on between 9:30 and 10:30. And then I stream for 2.5 hours later. I generally shoot for 9:30, but I also shift streaming setups. So every once in a while, that will cause me to have some troubleshooting to do. But busy, inconsistent work schedule, yeah. But generally, I try and shoot for 9:30. But it's, I would say it's normally definitely between 9:30 and 10:30 that I'm on. Are you on East Coast? I am on East Coast. So the one thing I will say, and I hate saying this because it's why I probably don't have a lot of viewers, amongst other things, but I'll also say I don't, but I just want to give you a heads up. So lots of people come through the stream and they see me playing one game, but so I don't play like Formula One like every night. So I'm playing Formula One now. I may be playing Metro Exodus on PlayStation 5 next week, and I might be playing Call of Duty on PC the week after that. So I'm a variety gamer. So I and probably most of my focus in gaming is in support of the podcast that I do. Nothing wrong with that. Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. So I play a pretty wide variety of games. Admittedly, I've been on a Call of Duty kick since Cold War came out last year. So it's a slight anomaly over the last few months, but normally I play a ton of different stuff. So I just wanted to make sure I put that out there. All right. Okay, we're going to hold up here. I am going to take probably a quick 5-minute break, and then I will be back on. Thanks for hanging out, Loki Loco. Thanks for hanging out, Malibu. I had to give Overwatch a break. I think it was getting me depressed. Yeah. And I like Overwatch. I don't have a group of people that I play with regularly, unfortunately. Which that's just the kind of game where, like, Call of Duty, I feel like I can get on and I don't mind queuing up solo. Not being on comms with people, I still have a ton of... Overwatch is one of those games, though, like, I just don't... It's just not super fun to me unless I'm playing with people that I'm talking to on comms. So I unfortunately don't play that game a lot. Overwatch is fun, but the people are trash. Yeah. And Call of Duty, I mean, they probably are too. I don't get exposed to a lot because I just turn comms off. I play World of Warships as well, and I just turn communications off on that. Hardly anybody's ever on comms on that game. I sell the crap out of Overwatch. Okay, very cool. I may give that a try then. I have it on PC and PlayStation at least, I think. I enjoy the game. Main Lucio with over 700 hours. Nice. Yeah, I think I have... close to 1,000 matches that I've played of Call of Duty Cold War, and somewhere north of like 120 hours. So, all right, but I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back in about 5 minutes. Thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out. If you have other stuff to do, I completely understand if you can't hang out while I'm on break. And if you're not here when I get back, I will see you guys hopefully later on this week. I will be back shortly. I'll put you guys on the BRB scene until then. All right, welcome back, everybody. For the remainder of the live stream, we're going to go ahead and knock out this Grand Prix of Spain. With 17 laps, that will probably take me for the remainder of the live stream tonight. So, let's go to the next session.
The Spanish Grand Prix has been a permanent fixture on the
Like I
Formula
said, I did
1 calendar
15
for
laps
over 30
on
years
Melbourne
now,
last
and for
night.
good reason. Do you remember Michael Schumacher's absolute dominance here in that rain-soaked Grand Prix in 1996? That day he took his first ever victory for Ferrari, and we've had many more iconic moments since. The Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya, a track that will certainly force the drivers to push themselves. It consists of a very impressive main straight going into turn 1. It's a straight that also offers a DRS zone, so it's likely to be a hot spot for overtakes. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1, so how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are three main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning,
So
awareness,
now
and
legit with
discipline.
stock balance set up,
First,
I
you
got
have to put your car in a bit of
123,929 for
space
this map.
and
Wow.
make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is.
Probably being
And
overly
finally,
optimistic.
just
I
don't
think
get
I was
too
running in the
greedy.
130s.
Just because a gap exists doesn't always
I could be
mean
wrong
you
though. I
should
may
go
have been
for it.
running in the 140s. I didn't really pay attention to my times.
It's time to
There's
see how
definitely
our
obviously
drivers
not
are
running down
stacking
in the
up
120s like
after
you were.
yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Perez, Daniel Ricciardo, and Verstappen, Norris, Sainz, Vettel, and Pierre Gasly, Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Yuki Tsunoda, and Ocon, Raikkonen, Russell, Mick Schumacher, and Antonio Giovinazzi, Samaya, Latifi, Mazepin, and Ahmed. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Okay, that's bad. All the way at the back of the grid because of that 5-grid penalty.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Then I changed the setting on my force feedback. It made it easier to rotate the turns. Nice. So now, do you play with wheel and pedals? So now let's see if we get any kind of... that may be... We'll see. We'll see if this finishes out. Finishes out the live stream. What will typically happen here is I'll probably get in some wrecks and have some other difficulties. No. And I will probably have to restart. I may, since it's the end of the night, I also may just, if I get a DNF or come in last place on this, I may just set that. That turn is the worst. I'm leaving so, with the way this max speed setup is, I'm leaving so much room for people to go by. Well, the question here is if I'm tuned up. My max speed setup, I should be overtaking people coming down this back straight. I feel like all this setup is doing is making me corner worse than everyone else. Making my braking performance going into the corner worse. Racketen. Really got to tighten up on that corner. That's the one that is liable to make me fall completely out of the lap. I also wonder, I want to say, falling off.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Then I changed, yep, and cockpit need a mid to high range setup for Spain. Yeah, I've got the got the max speed set up, I probably would have been served better with balanced or you know, whatever the next tick up for that is. The max speed setup is just not enough turning maneuverability at all. Yeah, and I'm probably not sliding, probably because traction control is turned up pretty high for now, probably. So those were some good sectors.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
What did he say? Shoot. Changing my pit strategy. Repair wing. This and it's all over my backside. Hit window in laps 8 to 10. Hit now, rejoin position at 22.
Gap to car in front is 3.4 seconds.
No, no, no! Whew, car crash. Very upset there. Stink, took that too hard. Who is this Schumacher? No, you do not. Oh! Ah! Oh! Come on, flip-de-doo. Just because it's late at night. I normally never use flashbacks, but I'm going to take that back. What do you do for work that keeps your schedule inconsistent? I work for a small business technology firm. Yeah. Okay, so it's obviously before the spin out, so that will be fine. Yeah. Well, I know. Like, where did he think he was going? I know he wasn't going to try and come down the inside of turn 1 like that. Not with that 90-degree corner. So you like computers? Yeah. Wheels falling off? Tire wear on that.
The gap to the car ahead is 4.4 seconds.
The gap to the leader has increased. Should walk away from Schumacher on the straight. I'm an undercover nerd. Flop! I have to use a flashback again. But I'm gonna learn to be okay with that. I used to literally start the race over, but like, and then be up till 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. I think this will be the year that I decide that I've grown out of that. You would never guess. I never start over. Must learn from mistakes and try forward. Well, I feel like if I make a mistake, then I get more practice by running the entire race over again. I'll also admit that a lot of the times that I start over, a lot of that comes from like making a flub early on in the race. And 11 more laps to go here, though. It'll be a longer night enough as it is. Getting unsettled in some of these corners and it's just not smooth. Monaco makes me furious.
You've lost some time to the car behind.
Yeah, I'm starting to settle down in Bahrain. Abu Dhabi is still. And now I guess Azerbaijan is now one of the tracks. So Abu Dhabi and Azerbaijan are just like Azerbaijan. If I have a tendency to do like mid Grand Prix weekend saves, and like Azerbaijan, like I just need to. If I play that, I just need to play through the entire weekend. If I come back to that at the midpoint, like it just takes me so long to get reacclimated to that map that I'll just flub the whole remainder. People must have teammated in the pits.
Guilherme is coming in for his stop. Box, we're coming in this lap.
Nope, I'm gonna come in next lap. Hope I have enough fuel because I didn't check. So maybe starting this race over.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
They've been falling off, Chief. At least I get a lap without Schumacher.
Okay, some information on Bottas. They have some kind of mechanical problem.
Ah, nice. Down the inside, trying to get by. Okay, so here's a bad thing. I do not know where the pit entrance is at Catalonia. Oh, there we go. This turn, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I swore it didn't give me the blue line the first time that I came by. Which why I didn't pit.
Go, go, go. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
8 more laps. Brutal. That's definitely where I've been spinning out. Tires get warmed up. To be quite honest, if I could finish in the teens, like where I am, I would be easy punch. I have all the assists off, so I get forced to improve. Nice. First time around the map, I will use Cornell. Yeah, so where I am, so I just started playing, I mean, I've been playing F1 forever, like you said, but I just started playing F1 2021 yesterday. And I've decided from now on, I'm not gonna just immediately crank down the assists. No!
Damage to your front wing, damage to your front wing. Suggest we box to change it. A new strategy is available on the MFD.
I have to restart the entire set. I've used up all my flashbacks. 2021, a little different for controls. For some around the map, I'll use quarter lines. Well, I guess I don't have any choice but to finish this out because I'm not going to start the whole session over again.
Caution, the virtual safety car has just been deployed due to a buildup of debris on the track.
I have to box and get this ring repaired anyway. And I am going to hold you up because I just don't like you. I hope they're ready for me. I wouldn't restart.
Your lap times are falling off. We want you to pit in for repairs. Box, box, box.
Yep. Just gonna let this go and hope we have a better race next time.
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
Since I'm already flubbed, let me, because this is a thing that I never do, is I never teach myself to use the in-cockpit controls. I'm in position 22. See if I can get this thing around onto the straightaway where I can try and manipulate some of these controls. Yeah, so that right there improved my braking right away.
Our gap to the car in front is 22.7 seconds.
Yeah, I'm just not able to reach over there and to the D-pad. Stink, no. I slipped it off the control for the downforce. Who has had a mechanical problem and he's still knocking down top laps? Yeah, what the heck?
Gap to teammate ahead is 30.2 seconds.
Ouch. Can't believe I still have 5 more laps in this thing. No. That corner. Just gotta remember not to. So used to my style to run up on the curves, I gotta not do that on that corner. First person in the TV cam. Yeah, and what I typically do is I typically go in cockpit when I'm doing well. When I'm doing poorly, I stay in this, I think this is the swing arm camera they used to call it. I'm not sure what they call it now. Yeah, part of the problem is I just refuse to recognize that blue patch right there. It's just where I have been not adjusted.
Okay, gap ahead is 27.4 seconds.
Okay, well, I took about 5 seconds out of the next guy ahead. That's not horrible.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Does the Elite controller give you fuel for the road? Yeah. I mean, I don't play. So with racing games on the Xbox, I don't play without the Elite controller. Or the other controller I have is called the Thrustmaster. I think it's the E-Swap Pro. Which is a controller that has like swappable thumbsticks and lets you mechanically calibrate the triggers. So with racing games on Xbox now, or like competitive first-person shooters, I will typically only play with the Elite controller or the Thrustmaster E-Swap. Yeah, it only took me 14 laps. If I had taken that series of corners like that the whole time, I'd probably be a ton way better off. Try the F1 series on controller. So plug my scuff. Self-controlling and give it a shot. Yeah, might be interesting. I mean, if you have a wheel and pedals, I mean, if I had a wheel and pedals, I would probably most definitely like not play without it. I mean, on PC, the only reason I play with controller for racing games is just because, you know, breaking out the wheel and pedals is a chore, and sometimes I just want to just throw my controller on and, you know, quickly get into a racing game. But yeah, there's no question that it's preferred. I'm not as stringent with it as I am with flight sims. You know, like with flight sims, I just will not play those without a flight control system, and I pretty much just don't play flight sims on console. I mean, I'll play arcade combat games.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
I'll play like Ace Combat, you know, with a controller, but on PC I only play with a flight control system.
Blue flag, blue flag.
Are you kidding me? I'm getting lapped now?
Gap to car in front is 29.4 seconds.
With the sim cockpit setup. Oh, do you have a full-blown sim cockpit setup? Yeah, I mean, even for me, even with, I'm gonna get over and let this guy go by. Even with wheel and pedals, like I feel like if I play like a long time, my arms and shoulders.
We're not racing the car behind. Let them past when you can.
Yeah, I have held the cars up enough that I've actually gotten a penalty in F1 before, so probably don't need that today. Good night for a lesson in adversity. Without you making that comment, Malibu, I probably would have definitely started the whole race over, and I would have been up for another hour or 2 hours trying to knock it down, and then I'd be exhausted at work tomorrow.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Hope it doesn't be a DNF for that. I should still be able to race until...
Red Bull pulling out all the stops today. What a great win.
Yeah, set up for Formula. Oh, okay. I used to play with a chair and desk my lower back.
What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car.
So is that something you built yourself, or something you were able to find and
the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything. It always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
I haven't wanted a full cockpit setup, but I have.
The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal
job
recently. It's clear to see
one of
that
those ones that you just sit at, not
they
that
should
you
be
like
proud of the
full-blown,
victory they secured
like stretch
here.
out in. But is your cockpit setup something you built yourself, or is it something you were able to find and order? I use the next level FGT cockpit. Okay, very cool. I will check that out when I get off tonight. See what that looks like. I have thought about and wanted like one of those one of the ones you sit at, just because when I do play with a wheel and pedals, my
Let's
biggest
see what effect this result has had on the
pain is
driver's
the
standing.
pedals,
Sergio Perez
slightly
is now
sliding
our
across
points
the
leader
floor
in the drivers'
and getting out of
championship,
position, and
thanks to
always
his
having to like
performance
pull
today.
them back a few
After an
inches at
incredible day of
the
racing,
end of every
who
round.
is your driver of the day, Ant?
Fernando Alonso, wherever he is, whatever team he's in, when is he
So I've
not
thought
just
about
brilliant?
getting
He'll
one of
give you a
those
performance every
stands to
time,
put my
just
wheel and
like
pedals
he's done
on,
today.
just to
It's time to see how things are shaping up
just to
in the
have something
Constructors'
that anchors the
Championship.
pedals down.
Red Bull pulled further ahead in the standings. There was also a strong showing from the Mercedes team today
this is,
as they make
this
their
really
way up
hurt
the
us in the
standings.
Constructors'
I'm equal
Championships.
parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula
It's a solid
One.
piece of kit.
Be
Very
sure
cool.
to join us for the next one.
All right, let's get out of here.
What a great day out there today. Let's talk about what happened. How do you feel these grid penalties are affecting the sport?
She's giving me the business. Really? I have no option but to talk bad about my team? Great.
You scraped the walls a few times. Were
I
you
know someone
struggling
who
for
had the Playseat F1 set up, and he said next level racing is better. Okay, gotcha.
You lost to your teammate today. Was it just not your day?
Wow. She just doesn't let up, huh?
Great. Well, that's everything.
I don't have any complaints at Solid Steel. Very cool. Dude. Oh. Didn't wait long enough to see what it was advancing to.
Unfortunately, we need you to step in and make an executive decision here.
Seems a little extreme.
Thanks for handling that.
We'll give him a pass. All right. Well, thanks so much for uncomfortable while still being rich is very cool. All right. Well, thanks so much everyone for joining in the live stream tonight. Thanks so much Loki Loco for stopping through.
You were the clock that was ticking in my home. Changed my state of mind.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Love so hard to find.
we got him.
Thanks so much for the follow, Malibu. I appreciate it. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining in the live stream. Thanks so much, Loki Loco, for stopping by. Thanks so much, Malibu, for stopping through and for the follow. I appreciate both of you. For anyone out there watching the archive version of this on the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube, I appreciate you as well. Again, as Malibu asked earlier tonight, I'm not absolutely certain what I'm going to be on next. Probably not tomorrow night, but if I am on, it'll be probably around 9:30 or 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Thursday night, however, definitely will be live on this channel doing the Enough to Keep Going weekly games podcast. It'll be our GX show, our Gamer Experience episode. So myself, Swissguard, and DBQ Hams, I think is the cast lineup for this week. We talk about all the games that we have been playing the last couple of weeks, and I'll be talking and reporting out on this one right here, F1 2021. But if you do use Python, no hacking. So that's going to do it for me for tonight. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Play the games that you like and stream the games that you love. I'll see you guys sometime later this week. Good night, good luck, and good gaming. That's going to do it for me. I'm out of here.